The thing you'll spend the most time on in college is the curriculum. The industrial engineering coursework prepares engineers for a variety of industries and builds a tool belt of problem-solving applications.
The really promising thing about IE is that it's diversified. There's lots of opportunities to work in a variety of career fields in different organizations.
The flexibility that IE degrees allows you to concentrate in a certain area. That's how we designed that part of the curriculum. So that's a very positive thing. And you have the flexibility to pick what you want to do.
So some of those foundational tools are what you get as a sophomore. The goal is for you to build your toolkit, and then you take those tools and apply them in your junior and senior level classes.
Your first year and the full year in the program, you're going to take a 2-course sequence that focuses on probability and statistics. And so you get probability in that first course with a little statistics at the end, and then a harder core version of statistics in the second course.
So you'll also have a course on engineering economics, right? Because one of the fundamental principles of industrial engineering is to improve efficiency and decrease costs. So you have to understand how to manage resources and account for costs and make good business decisions for the organizations in terms of how they decide what capital expenditures they might make to support the organization.
Computing and programming knowledge is as important as being able to speak in the English language now in the workplace. And we have 2 sophomore classes that's just focused on coding. Then you can code again your junior year in a technical elective, and then a majority of our capstone teams are developing code their senior year. So it's something that we are going to make sure resonates throughout the entire program.
Simulation reinforces probability statistics, modeling, statistical analysis, programming, and it also allows students, engineers, to get exposed to design. So they design a system and see if it meets the performance goals. It allows you to describe a system via some basically programming code and then have it be visualized through the animation.
Capstone experience is where you really get to face open-ended problems, and that's the real world, right? So we really want to expose our students to the opportunity in an educational framework to deal with that open-ended problem, a problem that's important and critical enough that a company has partnered with us on it, because you're solving something that they're going to use. And that's the goal, is to get you ready to move into the workforce so the day you step in, you're equipped and comfortable dealing with those types of problems.
Senior design in industrial engineering is kind of different from other engineering majors. Like, we design processes that involve people and organizations, and those things are in the real world. They're out there, not in the lab. We have to get out there with the client, interact with them, collect the real observational data from the real system, and that experience that a capstone design course gives an IE is invaluable, because it's kind of like practice for what they would actually be doing as a real IE.
So obviously our job is to develop these quantitative technical skills in the classroom, but it's also our job to make sure that our students can communicate those results to somebody who doesn't have those technical skills. And often that's just as difficult as the technical skills in the first place. So you'll see throughout our classes opportunities to do the technical work, but we're going to challenge you to get up in front and explain it to us and explain it to your peers, and then oftentimes explain it to others around campus or in the community.
It's the thought process, and it's the rigor associated with how do you design and build, and the logic associated with that. But we're trying to train you to have the fundamental skills that we think you need to be able to do the things that are going to be expected of you in the types of roles we see our students get into.